The Liberals are showing that after some grief and pressure, they are at least fleet of foot and swift to repentance. Just yesterday in a Globe story, it was revealed that the two highest impresarios of Justin Trudeau's image and stewardship, Gerald Butts and Katie Telford, had in total received over $200,000 in moving expenses. It was a sum that suggested a vast relocation of near infinite furniture from faraway Timbuktu or Outer Mongolia, crates of grand pianos and lead Chesterfields. However, the ever-diligent press took time to note that both only moved a hop, skip, and a jump to Ottawa from nearby Toronto. Now, in Canada, a trip from Toronto to Ottawa hardly stirs the geographic needle. So naturally, the opposition, and anyone with a map or a GPS, found it quite reasonably outrageous that two well-salaried and high-placed aides and friends of the Prime Minister should be so lavishly recompensed for what was at best an afternoon's ride in a U-Haul or two. Then it was further revealed that the princely package was intended for more than just moving the bed and sofas, but covered the real estate charges and lawyers' fees for the sales of their respective houses, each having done quite well in their transactions by $500,000 or so. Now, initially, the response was to hold back on the names and send out House Leader Bardish Chagger to offer boilerplate baffleglab and excusatory obfuscation to cover what was clearly an outlandish settlement to two well-placed high officials. "We did what the rules said we would do," sputtered Miss Chagger, which, coming from an agent of change, sounded a little odd. These rules were the former government's rules, which sounded even odder, since the Liberals in opposition pounded the Tories, made Mike Duffy miserable, and Bev Oda's orange juice part of the national folklore. Those who so savagely deplored just following the rules during the Duffy maelstrom looked ridiculous calling it now to their own defense. She repeated this near Trumpian embarrassment as late as today in question period. "We did nothing wrong. We followed the rules." Mr. Trudeau himself was on the same wavelength. However, any government promising change and Canada is back couldn't really rest very long, stirring echoes of "I'm entitled to my entitlements" or summoning the ghosts of sponsorship and the Senate's greed without falling on the spike of pure hypocrisy. So very late this afternoon, they did what a smart political party would do. They fell on their sword, capitulated to reality, and wisely announced that here were two entitlements that they were going to return to the Treasury. Kudos to the Liberals for being fast learners. What they did today was right, and politically even more important, smart. They killed the scandal before it matured and showed a capacity to learn on the fly. High marks for a quick fix, but an F for needing it in the first place. For The National, I'm Rex Murphy.